All right, I am live with Assimilate-Julia, and I'm going to dive into sharing my screen here and get into some work with Julia. And I'm going to go to here, get right into some Julia work. There we go. Getting started with Julia here, and let's dive right into this one. Hopefully this is a big code space that loads quickly, and it looks like it does. And let's look at the Julia docs here as well. Perfect. Okay, so we got next up, figure out linting and testing. Okay, so yeah, so last time I think I was doing arg parse, did all that kind of stuff. Let's play with this real quick to make sure it works. And ooh, why does that not work? Calc. Because it's in CLI tools. Let's go into, assuming it's in CLI tools. Yeah, there we go. Some Julia code here. That's, there we go. Well, that took a while, but all right. So we got that cooking. Yeah, linting and testing. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. So, let's put this here. November 28th, and lint Julia. Yeah, this is, I think, going to be very bad because I don't know if Julia has any of this kind of stuff. A lint code for Julia. What is this? Who is this? Lint.jl. This looks kind of builds failing. That's not a good sign. There are 3 functions you can use to lint your code. Let's go to Reddit. Let's try that. Is anyone using any sort of linting tool? Lint.jl doesn't seem to work. You should look at Beautifier. Okay. On behalf of Julia 2023, code formatting is important. I agree. Why is there not? I found this. It doesn't even seem to be maintained. We have a code formatter that works. The code is being factored out into this. Oh, okay. All this work is based on, well, I'm glad I Googled this. So let's put this in there. And let's see here. So documentation. Let's see, GitHub. We go on official linting for Julia. You really got to hunt around for some of this stuff. It can get tricky, but this thread is a good one. I'm going to put the link to this here. Let's say Julia Ling thread. Julia Ling thread on linting. Here we go. All right. So let's take a look at this thing. Let's start even. So an auto formatter for Julia. I like it. Now, also the continuous integration is failing, which is interesting. Installation and usage. Use package add document format using document format. The main function to format code is called format. When called with a string argument, the string is returned. Now, what does this even mean? Oh, please use this. Oh, Okay, now I need to change my documentation. Here we go. Oh, what is this? There we go. Opinionated, a plot twist. The opinion is your own. With sensitive, inspired by. Woo. Does this work? But how would you put this into a makefile? This is the tricky part here. Why don't you give me like a makefile example? Editor plugins. It's so weird because I guess people that are in academics don't use makefiles. It's kind of annoying. I mean, who does this? Who would do this? Why would you put a package inside? I don't get this. This seems so strange. Quick start using Julia formatter installation. Well, recursively formats all Julia files in the current working directory. I mean, now that's helpful. Let's see how far I can get here. So, all right. And let's go up here. Actually, let's try to do the calc directory. This would be a good one to test it on. So I'm going to say experiment trying to get minting via a makefile working. Okay. So let's make a makefile. Oh, well, yeah, sure. We'll do it inside the CLI tools, and it probably makes it easier. And what if we say int? Now we can say, see, this is what. Oh man, how do you currently? We'll go to Julia, and if we say we do want to install this, and we go to extensions here. Reload. All these are required. Add to dev container. There we go. So let's just echo hello. Start with just to get something working. Let's make another terminal here, and let's go into CLI tools. Let's go into CLI tools. Okay, so we got this, and we can say make lint. Come on. How does a makefile not work? Make lint. Seriously, make is not installed? Let's bash make. How do you install makefile? That was on every system. Make. Wow, weird. That's a bummer. So we got to do that. Come on, sudo apt get update. So first update everything, and I bet it'll work. Yep. So we're gonna have to add this to our build here. Dev container. No. Well, it's kind of a bummer that I have to tweak this thing a little bit. Does it have like a setup script? Post create command. Oh, this is somebody's Julia post create command. What is it? Or is this me that did this? Post create. Where is it in here? No benchmarks. Huh. Oh, Julia dev container scripts. Weird. I wonder where this is. Julia functions. Oh, I guess it is. There's a script here that you have to tweak. Julia has some weird stuff, I have to admit. So I guess you can do little scripts like this. Um, hmm. Okay, well, let's try this. So I installed the make file, and let's try make lint real quick. Make lint. Okay, so that's a fake make lint. Now, if I wanted to make like a touch Julia lint.jl, and what if I did that? Whoa, whoops. What if I said the Julia lint is basically going to run / Julia lint.jl. And then if we go inside of here and we say user bin env Julia, we can say using package. And then if we look, we can say format this. I really don't know what I'm doing, but this maybe would work. So no. Okay, so, and if I chmod this, does this work? Ooh. So I need to install, I think, Julia. I need to add, so this is what sucks, is how do you install these packages automatically? No clue. But I know you can do it like this, I think. Add formatter. What? You do? Yeah, and then you say add Julia formatter. So there we go. Holy smokes, what is this thing doing? I mean, it's kind of fun to play with Julia because it's like a science experiment, not like production software. I mean, there's just some weird stuff going on with Julia. Okay, here we go. Quit. Q. Just get out. There you go. So now if I run this, come on. What does it mean? Format not defined. Using package. Oh, using Julia formatter. There we go. So using Julia formatter. And we can just put some docs. I forget the Julia comments documentation. This is a problem with too many languages. Julia comments. It is. Okay, just normal Julia comments. Okay, so we'll just say formats all code in current working directory. Okay, does this work? Now, it would be cool if I could get this working with GitHub Actions. Holy crap, this might work. Whoa, did it do something? I mean, I wish it would tell you. I mean, I guess I could trick it, right? I could just go like this. That is cool, pretty cool if it does work. Let's go here. Gonna change it. It's hard to know. Hmm. I really don't know what the formatter is actually doing. I mean, I could do this. What if I did that? I did that. And I do it. Let's run it again. Does this work? Julia Lintz. Boy, Julia seems to be pretty slow here. I don't know how extensive this is. Oh, there you go. So that does work. Well, that's pretty cool. So that's a good sign. Now, if I go here and I do this into a makefile and I say, oh, look at this. I have a makefile and I'm linting Julia code. That's pretty cool. Pretty interesting. So that's a good sign. So I can say get status, get add. Let's just go up a directory here. That's a pretty good accomplishment. I might just call it a day at that, and we'll just say get status, get commit, adding working Julia linter. There we go. Now before I push this, I want to add. So I'll put notes TLDR was able to get lint working in a file inside of CLI tools directory. Does, and we'll put limitations here. Limitations are requires manual package install. Manual package install. So this does send some nastiness, right? Like, I mean, how do I install this thing programmatically? Do I do add it to Docker or like what like uh, this is an issue. Like no clue how to reproduce Julia package installs. How to reproduce Julia package installs. Package installs. That is a problem. Now I could Google it and I could say, how do you install Julia packages for continuous integration? Look at one of these people's projects. If they had actually testing set up, well, this says there's testing. So I would assume they must have some kind of continuous integration. So let's see here. What is this? 8 months ago. What is this? So Julia Matrix. Julia, oh, set up Julia. Oh, interesting. So maybe this thing is like magical and has all the packages I need. Well, I need to look into this. So I think this will be a good thing for next up. So next up, uh, we'll say try to get linting and or CI CD working for this repo. That would be pretty killer. And use this GitHub actions example. There we go. I have a fun thing to try to weeks, and we'll see get that working. But I was able to get linting working, which is cool. So I'm gonna add all this to commit it, adding working example. And there we go. All right. See you in a couple weeks.